Thank you, Svay Rieng FC from Cambodia.
မြန်မာနိုင်ငံမှာ Shan United နဲ့ကမ္ဘောဒီးယားနိုင်ငံမှာ Svay Rieng တို့တွေ့ဆုံမြောက်နေရပြီးပါတယ်ဖိတ်ခေါ်အပ်ပါတယ်ရှင်
The ASEAN Club Championship Shopee Cup 2025-26 continues for a second night of matchday 1 action. Tonight we're at the Tawana Stadium in Yangon, Myanmar for Shan United, who came through a playoff to make it to the group stage against PKR reach Svay Rieng from Cambodia. These sides met 3 times last season, with Shan winning just once. The Cambodians, though, will come here looking to continue their positive start to their domestic season, taking that into the new Shopee Cup campaign, having failed to make it out of the group last season. Well, this is Group B tonight. 2 games taking place after 3 matches in Group A last night got things underway. Svay Rieng in the blue shirts tonight. Coming here having made a really good start to their domestic season. They won the Super Cup in Cambodia on penalties before winning their opening 2 league games by the same 3-0 scoreline. 1 or 2 new faces in their ranks as well. As we take a look though first at the Shan United team. 3 changes for them from that playoff against Ezra that saw them book their place in this. Yuki Aizu, Ruchi Hirota and Matthias Souza all come in, and they changed their formation tonight as well, going in a 5-4-1 formation. 5 foreigners allowed in each side, plus 1 ASEAN player. And both sides using their 5 foreigners tonight. Ko Hyung-jin from Korea is our match referee, very experienced, been on the FIFA list since 2009. And we have VAR in operation, of course, Korea and Thailand providing the VAR. Lee Sul-ji is there along with the main VAR referee Pudong from Thailand. Svay Rieng also used their 5 foreigners. They go with 5 at the back. Faris Hamuti is one of 5 changes to their starting 11. Yuday Agawa and Min Ratanak, who was credited with 2 assists when these sides met last season, as they switched to go 5 at the back. Both sides going like for like tonight. Recent addition, Kwame Pepra will be the lone striker for the Cambodians. They also have a new coach in charge as well, Matthew McConkie, the Irishman. Zin Pyoy, the goalkeeper, taking over the captain's armband tonight in the absence of the regular captain Nandakau, who's not available tonight. And Takashi Odawara, one of the Japanese contingent for Svay Rieng, wears their captain's armband. As both these sides come into the match looking to defend their national championships. There are the substitutes benches tonight. Christian and Thierry among the foreigners available to Svay Rieng off the bench tonight. The teams, they're changing ends here. There was the threat of rain a little bit earlier on. It rained heavily here yesterday. The official team training was interrupted by the weather, but well, Hiroki Ono, a man who normally plays a 4-1-4-1 formation, going with that 5 at the back tonight to counter the opposition maybe. Interesting to see how both sides approach this game, whether it'll be a defensive 5 at the back or a more attacking 5 when they're going forward, with those fullbacks getting forward to provide a bit of width up front for both teams. But certainly both teams will be keen to get underway. Just a reminder of the format: it is just 6 teams in the group. Each team plays each other once. And top 2 go through. So important to get off to a winning start. Matthew McConkey, who was assistant coach to the previous 2 coaches at Svay Rieng, so he's a man who knows the club well, despite the fact he's taking over from Pep Muñez as the main coach. He was assistant to Conor Nesta for a few years, the Irishman who ended up going on to coach in India once he finished in Cambodia. Off and running then. Group B of the ASEAN Shopee Cup, Svay Rieng, 4-2 winners when the sides met in Cambodia last season. But Shan did win here in the second leg of the AFC Challenge League playoff last season, although they had lost the first leg by 6-2, so it was a little bit immaterial really, but just a bit of a morale booster in that second leg. Still haven't started their domestic campaign yet. The side from Myanmar, they get that underway next Tuesday as they begin the defence of their title. Both these sides were winners of their national leagues last season. Shan had to come through a playoff to get here. Beating another Cambodian side, Ezra, over 2 legs. So both sides allowed 5 foreigners in the starting lineup. 1 or 2 new faces as well, still settling in for Shan, you feel, but those 3 games already for Svay Rieng. Here's Souza, straight away looking to get to the byline. Tracked already by Kreia. That's a great looking ball across into the near post, only half cleared, and a challenge coming inside the box. The referee had a clear view of that, said no penalty. VAR will have a look at it. It's gone for the corner. Certainly a positive start from Shan there as Matthias Souza went down in the box. Ryuji as well, just having a word with Byo Hyung-jin, the referee. So he's a very experienced referee, the Korean. Not too sure there was a huge amount of contact. Souza's momentum took him quite quickly into the box, but they are checking this. The referee may come across and have another look if the VAR think it's worth his while doing so. If it's not a penalty, it will be a corner, first corner of the game to Shan United. Well, drama here inside the opening couple of minutes in terms of VAR decisions. Still we wait. So it must be not as clear-cut as perhaps we first thought. Well, and he's coming across to have a look, so maybe not as clear-cut as we thought. I thought the referee had a pretty clear view of that, but maybe just the speed and the pace at which Souza went down missed the little bit of contact that came in on the back of the heel. We'll have a look here to see what the referee decides to do. Shan did lose all 5 of their group stage games last season, so if they could get themselves in front here against the Cambodians. Now, was there contact just there? It looks like there was from Kreia. That's what sent De Souza tumbling, and that is a clumsy challenge in the early couple of minutes from Kreia Sarath from Svay Rieng. There's certainly contact on that left thigh. Does the referee deem it enough to send Sousa tumbling like that? It is a clumsy challenge, it has to be said, from one of the three central defenders tonight for Svay Rieng. The referee taking his time over this to make sure he gets it right. You can see even the goalkeeper, Zin Poi, was appealing from the other end of the field as well. What will be the decision? As this is what VAR was introduced across the game for, to put those clear and obvious errors right and have a little bit of justice down. But well, he's taking his time over this, the Korean referee. This competition was first played back in 2003, of course, when it was just the old Asian Club Championship. East Bengal from India were the first champions in 2003. Well, here comes the referee to make his decision. Those Shan United fans were expectant, but he has just given the corner. So the referee deciding that contact wasn't enough to send Sousa to ground. Rintaro just asking the referee if he's sure about that decision, but he took a long time to make his mind up there, the Korean referee. No penalty. What a start that would have been for the home side, though, if they could have got that decision given. They have got the corner, though. Myak Kang Kant will swing this one over. This will be an in-swinger in towards the goalkeeper, Dara Virek. Plenty of players inside the 6-yard box as well, just adding that little bit of congestion in there. Into the near post away by Sokyuth. Now there might be a break on here for Svay Rieng, but Shan have won position back well. Positive start there from the home team. Sousa once again twisting and turning and causing problems here for that Cambodian defence. Well, he's one of the new additions to the Shan United side for this season. He was in Thailand with Pride United last season. 11 goals in 30 matches in quick succession for Shan United. Yuki Aizu, one of the changes in the side tonight, will swing this one over. Former Kashiwa Reysol youth player. Right under the post as well. Good header away from Odawara. The ball's hooked clear, but at the moment, Svay Rieng can't get a foot on the ball. Kwame Pepper racing to put Kant Min under pressure. And in the end, that clearance has gone all the way through to Dara in the Svay Rieng goal. A good spell of pressure this from Shan United inside the opening 8.5 minutes. Denied a penalty by a VAR decision. But Hiroki Ono, I'm sure the coach will be pleased with the way that they've started here. It's always important to get these games off on the front foot, especially when you know that a win puts you in a really good position in the group. There is one other game in Group B tonight. Johor Darul Taksim from Malaysia taking on Singapore's Lion City Sailors. Kwame Pepper just trying to close the goalkeeper down. Uday. Lofted over the top for Patrick. Looking to take on Kant Min. Almost fell for Kwame Pepper, who's made a great goal-scoring start to life in Cambodia. Was at Kerala Blasters in India for the last 2 seasons. Well, was part of that Super Cup winning team that won on penalties a few weeks ago after a 2-2 draw. That was against their big rivals, Phnom Penh. He's got 3 goals to his name already, scored both goals in that final back at the start of August. Also scored the opening league goal of the season for his side against Naga World in a 3-0 win. Here's Sidan. Little give and go with Min Ratanak, who's also been quite effective coming off the bench so far this season for Svay Rieng. Nicely taken down there by Faris Hamouti, the Moroccan. Another player that joined in the summer from FC Emmen in the Netherlands. He's a joint passport holder. Great ball across! And the first goal of the game goes to Min Ratanak. Well, he's been an explosive player off the bench so far this season for Svay Rieng, and now he's got to start here and puts his side in front, having soaked up early pressure from Shan United. He is one of the players that spent all his time at the club, and he's been rewarded with another goal here. Can play anywhere across that front line, but he finds himself wide on the right tonight. It was a really good ball across, and it was just asking for a touch in the box, and it came from Min Ratanak. He's now scored in the last 3 matches for Svay Rieng, and he gets the goal that puts his side ahead here against Shan United. Did play in every game in this competition last season, scored just the once against Terengganu in a 3-2 win for Svay Rieng. They did win 2 of their group games last season against Terengganu and the final game against Shan United. Finished 3rd in the group behind BG Patam and PSM Makassar, so didn't qualify for the latter stages of the competition last season. Of course, no Indonesian sides in the competition this season. Now Sousa once again trying to cause some problems. He's been a good outlet even in the early stages here. You certainly feel he looks Shan United's best opportunity of getting into dangerous positions in this first half. Throw in from Yuki. Buriram United from Thailand, the reigning Shopee Cup 2024-25 champions after their win in the final last season. A bit congested in that central area just outside the penalty area. Cant Min. Heimpyo by those blue shirts. That's an awkward one. Up into the lights. Yuki. Mauricio. Just got enough on that to stab it clear, get it to Cant Min. Rintaro finding a little bit of space on the edge of the penalty area. That's whipped in with a bit of pace on it, headed away by Kreia. Needed to get a touch on that as well because Sousa was right behind him. Ratanak, the goal scorer. Won back by Sousa, tussling away with Ryuji. Overhit pass that time from Yudai. Throwing just taken short that time to Kant Min. Rintaro. Souza. A little bit of space, just couldn't bring the ball under control. Might get a second chance though, unable to break through that little gap. That's Rio's ball in for Kwame Pepper to give chase. Well defended Maurizio. Making his debut tonight for Shan United, the 31-year-old Brazilian, Maurizio. First time he's played outside Brazil in his career. Here comes Shan again, looking to get back on level terms. High hanging ball in. Souza tries to help it across, but can only help it behind for a goal kick, and another Shan attack comes to nothing. Good ball in from Hein Pyo, but just got too much on it, really. Souza couldn't hook it back across. Cambodians have got the oldest squad in the league this season. When you say old, it's only just over an average age of 26. Shan United's squad is a little bit older than that. Certainly, Svay Rieng hoping that experience will help them through to another league title this season. They have won the last two in a row. Pep Munoz was the man at the helm last season after replacing Conor Nesta, but he's subsequently been replaced by Matthew McConkie for this season. As we said earlier, though, a man who knows the club well, having been the assistant. Here's Ratanak again, finding a bit of space. Pepper just holding his position on the edge of the area. Ratanak might go for goal now, tries to pull it back to Pepper. Heavy challenge in the back of Maurizio, gives away the free kick. Well, it's Maurizio's tumble. There's Maurizio, they just slipped originally, allowing Svay Rieng to get a sight of that ball down this near side, but recovered well and drew the foul in the end from Min Ratanak. There's another foul off the ball. Oh, it's a red card. Straight red card here for Ryuji Hirota. Well, the referee has obviously seen an elbow from the Japanese. It was just off the ball, just there. The referee was well placed to spot it. Well, having conceded that opening goal, things have just got that little bit worse here for Shan United. Ryuji Hirota. Will we see? Here, he was just off the ball. He's caught him on the back of the head. I'm not too sure that warrants a straight red, but the referee has gone to his pocket. VAR will just double check, of course, but he does deem it to be violent conduct, and still saying to Ryuji, it's a red card. I think Kan's just asking him to go and have a look at VAR there, but well, he's just saying he just flapped his arm really to fend off the attentions. Well, a real mountain to climb already now for Shan United, who are one down and a player down, and we've not reached the 20-minute mark yet. Well, he's a very experienced midfielder, Ryuji Hirota. You see just there, the arm was raised into the back of the neck, and that's what the referee would have seen from his vantage point. Well, Can't raise your arms, that's the problem. Hirota goes. Well, will Shan reshuffle here, I wonder? Any game plan that Hiroki Ono had before the game has now gone completely right out of the window. Needs to get his side to just regroup and focus, because Svay Rieng have looked dangerous when they started to come forward. Just took them a while to settle into the match. Kreia. Odawara. Hamuti. Sokyuth trying to play that in with pace towards Kwame Pepra. One back in midfield by Yudai. Both these sides have qualified directly for the AFC Challenge League this season by virtue of their league title winning exploits. So a lot of football for both these teams this season, with the Shopee Cup, the AFC Challenge League, plus of course defending their respective league titles as well. Kreia. Hamuti. Loves to get forward, the big central defender. He'll continue his run as well here. Little flick from Sidan. Almost found its way into Rio. Sokyuth. Happy to go all the way back to the goalkeeper. Cambodians, if there's nothing much doing. Still keeping that 5 at the back. Shan. Sokyuth. Faris Hamuti. Yudai. Patrick. Yudai's continued his run, just rides that challenge inside the penalty area, wins a corner for his team. It's a well-timed challenge by Kant Min to concede the corner. Yudai, by the way, was born in Japan, but he is a Cambodian national now, played 15 times for the national team. Svay Rieng have the corner. Leading by a goal to 0 thanks to Min Ratanak. There's a Shan player taking a tumble in the box, so the referee will just have a quick word to sort that out. Well, he's a big, imposing figure, Faris Hamuti. In swinger, misses everybody, comes to Pepra, just the wrong side of the post for the Ghanaian. Had a relatively successful time in India, 14 goals in 43 appearances for the Kerala Blasters. Just took a little flick off Rintaro, which allowed it to fall to Pepra. Couldn't hit the target though. Now Rintaro. Hamuti back on defensive duty. did concede quite a few goals in their campaign last season, Shan United. 20 in their 5 matches in total. Biggest defeat came against Terengganu by 5-0 here, midway through that group campaign. Hiroki Ono looking on, just a 3rd foreign coach for Shan United. Was appointed as technical director here prior to taking over the head coach's role. Yudai. Now Hamuti. Patrick loves to tease defenders. Yan Pyo is the man out there trying to halt his run. Hasn't played too much football of recently, Patrick. Just 4 games last season for Hatta Club in the UAE. So he'll be hoping to get an extended run in the team for his new team. Hamuti. 5 blue shirts almost along that red line of defence. That's why they've got the 5 men at the back tonight, Shan. Sokyuth. Hamuti. Lovely running off the ball from Rio. Cross loops up comfortable for Zin Pyo though in the Shan goal. Ball over the top again, head down, and Souza chasing after this one, but just beats him into touch. Had such a wonderful league campaign last season, Shan United. They were so dominant, 20 wins and 2 draws, no defeats in their league campaign this season. They won the league by 11 points from Yangon United. Just about as dominant as you can get, really, when it comes to league performances. Did lose their leading scorer though, Musa Bakayoko, who scored 9 times in the league last season, currently without a club after being released from his contract. Another long ball over the top, comfortably gathered by Dara. Having ridden out that early storm, Svay Rieng, you just think it might have been a completely different story had that penalty been given, and if they could have got themselves in front. That was the moment the game really started going badly for them, in Ratanak putting his side in front before the red card. Another high challenge that would just be a yellow card. Faris Hamuti there just slipping, I think. He was quick to apologise for the challenge. I think he just slipped as he went in on that challenge, but he will get a yellow card. I think he just lost his footing just there. His both feet were off the ground actually, and he did slip, so can't really have too many complaints about the yellow card from the Korean referee. Kant Min will need a little bit of treatment. Another one of the players that's been at the club all his career. Only managed 14 league appearances last season. Well, here's that challenge again from Faris Hamuti. Probably still feeling hard done by Shan United about the red card for Ryuji. Cantmin's okay to continue, so no need of a substitute. Min Ratanak's goal separates the two teams. 11 minutes in. Good ball over the top once again. Yuki looking to get forward. Kreia came across. Yeah, won both legs of their playoff against Ezra from Laos in the two-legged playoff. 2-1 the away leg. Just a single goal here last week was enough to make sure that the side from Laos couldn't get back into that one. Sokyuth. And Ferris Hamuti. Patrick. Sokyuth has gone on ahead of him. Little flick from Udai. Kreia. Hamuti. Do play the ball around nice and confidently. Svay Rieng. Just working those spaces. That's into Kwame Pepra, just trying to turn away from Maurizio, who was sticking tightly to him. Rintaro. That's a hopeful ball from Kant. It almost found its way through there to Zinhain. Udai. Patrick. Chance to test Hyun Pyo again. A lovely twist and lovely turn. Almost finds its way to Pepra. Important interception. Might well have been Hyun So that got the touch on that one to send it for the corner, but it was another great piece of wide play from Patrick. Twisting and turning and getting that ball across it. Like was Maurizio that it came off in the end for the corner. Patrick is causing all sorts of problems though. He too's found the score sheet. Well, 3 goals in 2 games so far for Patrick. Made his debut in the Super Cup final. Corner all the way to the back post, but just evades Kwame Pepra out of play for a goal kick. Of course, Shan United are based up in the north of Myanmar, not here in Yangon, but just for operational reasons, they play their home games here at the Tawana Stadium. Svay Rieng actually relocated. They were located in Phnom Penh for the first few years of their existence before moving up to Svay Rieng in 2013, became Cambodian champions the first year after relocation. Four-time Cambodian champions now, including the last 2 seasons. Patrick. Rio. Ratanak. Might think about going it alone here. Ratanak. Lovely quick feet once again. Sidan tried to curl that one in. Goalkeeper almost spilled it. Managed to gather at the second attempt. Zimpio. Good play again from Svay Rieng. Sidan that time just squeezing it between the defenders. Goalkeeper fortunately had his body right behind it. Did have a reasonably good AFC Challenge League campaign last season. Svay Rieng, he went through after the group, beat Young Elephants and Tainan City. Lost out to tonight's opponents over that 2-legged playoff though, 7-4 in aggregate. Here's Kant. Oh, that's not a good ball. He was looking to try and pick out the run of Yuki there, but just overhit it. Quick to apologise for the overhit pass. Because Svay Rieng went on to be runners-up in the AFC Challenge League last season, losing out to Turkmenistan's Arkadag in the final. It's a pretty convincing campaign as well, that 7-4 win over tonight's opponents and a 6-3 semi-final win over Madura United. That's a heavy challenge on Patrick. That might be the only way they can stop him tonight. Hien Pyo just getting a telling off from the referee. I think that might be his final warning. Next time it might be the yellow. Patrick again, just such quick feet to outfox the defender, just there. Well, he's been a real threat for Svay Rieng tonight. And a free kick here, looking to put the home side under a little bit more pressure. Min Ratanak's goal separating the sides. Yudai, one of 2 players over the free kick. Rio there as well. Pepper's header, didn't get anything on it though, harmlessly behind for a goal kick. I think it may have come off Pepper's shoulder rather than his head into that little melee of players around the penalty spot. Advantage played by the referee here. That's just hit the back of Zinhain, but he manages to bring the ball back under control. He's continued his run as well. Hamuti follows him out wide. Oh, given away cheaply. Patrick back to get a foot on the ball. Pepra. A little triangle of red shirts which he couldn't get through. Kant Min. Looking for Rintaro, who gets the header at the second attempt. Souza. This is Souza rather. Oh, just mishit it. Thought about trying that first time shot. Stabbed away by Hamuti. And now Svay Rieng looking to break. Sidan. Patrick inevitably the target. Lovely ball to find him as well. Pepper in the middle. Patrick with 2 players going across to him already. Nice turn. Still going, Patrick, but just put that one across the box. I'm sure he was going for the shot there, but it ended up being what would have been a good cross if anybody was following it in. Sokyuth. Yudai. Pepra. Loses possession again in a good position there for Svay Rieng, looking to make amends here, but well, he has made amends. No foul, says the referee. Again, Shan United not happy with the decision, felt that he was bundled over there. Now that he's offside though, this time against Patrick. Well, this was good chasing back by Pepra, but like he was a little too over-aggressive there on Haimpio. Nothing given though. Four minutes to go to half-time here in Yangon. Svay Rieng leading by a goal to nil. Comes off Hamuti. Sidan. Once again, there's that long raking ball out to Patrick. You can see that's something that they clearly have worked upon. Pepra had to overstretch, couldn't find Sokyuth. Cleared away by Zinpyo. Hamuti's header. It'll be a free kick. Tap of the ankles there from Zinhain. Just there and there. Took of the shirt as well, just for good measure. He's lucky to escape without a yellow card there for the shirt tug. Referee Roz very quick to bring that red card out early on to dismiss Ryuji. Another free kick here to Svay Rieng. Matthew McConkey, just see him at the bottom of your screen there, just shouting out the instructions. Pepra driven across, takes a deflection and goes behind for the corner off Maurizio. It could have gone anywhere. Fortunately for him, it went wide of the post. Always a danger when you put the ball in hard and low with that many players in the box. It was Crea that got the ball in. Rintaro's header away. Souza. Now Shan will try and break. Oh, Souza tugging the shirt of Faris Hamuti. They were in a real leg race, those two, to try and pick up that loose ball. I think Souza realised he was going to be outpaced by the Moroccan and just decided to give him an early tug of the shirt to give the free kick away. Odawara. Almost ever present last season, Takashi Odawara, captain for Svay Rieng. Well, Hiroki Ono with work to do at half-time here. He'll have been pleased with the way his side got off to such a positive start, but denied that penalty by a VAR decision after Matthias Souza went down and then conceding the opening goal and then the red card. He feels that things have really conspired against his side since that VAR decision. But they only trail by a goal here at the moment, so all is not lost. Long way to go. 6 minutes added time at the end of the first half. It was a lengthy VAR decision, maybe 2 or 3 minutes. That's found its way through to Yuki. Can he find a red shirt in the middle? Stands that one into the box. Good leap and good stretch by Dara to take that one cleanly. Really good goalkeeping there by Dara Virek. Although Svay Rieng have just put themselves back under a little bit of pressure here. Kreyer. Pepra. Yudai. Sokyuth. Patrick's out wide again, just hugging that far touchline. Hyun-pyo goes across, gets a clean foot in this time. Sokyuth Kim will keep this alive though for Svay Rieng. Yudai. Pepper just trying to shield that one. Now he's facing goal, just nudged off that one by the strong challenger Maurizio. It's aimed into Souza once again. Hamuti's there with the interception and the clearance all the way through though to Zinpyo. Hamuti. Really experienced defender. Knew exactly where his goalkeeper was then for that back pass. They haven't conceded a goal in their 2 league games so far. 2 3-0 wins against Naga World and Angkor Tiger for Svay Rieng. Did concede a couple against Phnom Penh in that 2-2 draw in the Super Cup final before going on to win 7-5 on penalties. Rio. Min Ratanak, goal scorer. Sidan. Pepra. Again looking to feed that into Patrick. Sokyuth Kim will adopt Patrick's position over on that far side. Weaving away through, he's done brilliantly. Oh, he tried to get that one across, it's gone for the corner. Maurizio again with the clearance, but well, Sokyuth Kim maybe would have been better going on his own there. Made the space for the shot and then opted to cross. Maurizio defended it well. Maybe thought the angle was a little bit tight to fully test the goalkeeper from there, so was caught in 2 minds, I think. I've got a corner though, might be able to create something from this. Hamuti's in that little huddle once again. Rintaro's header almost falls for Kwame Pepra, who did get a touch on it. Hamuti too close to the goalkeeper, easy for Zinpyo. It's been a good half if you're a fan of the team in blue. Got yourselves in front. And Shan United will want a response in the second half. They'll want to get back into this game. Won't want to lose their opening home match in this competition. They have only got 2 home games of their 5. The next game's at home as well in December against Nam Dinh from Vietnam. 3 games on the road and 3 tough games as well. Lion City Sailors, Johor Darul Taksim and Bangkok United. Here's Patrick. He does go for goal. And again, it's a save this time by Zinpyo to put that behind for the corner. I've been impressed with Patrick in this first half. He's got pace, trickery, power. Hyun-pyo's been left for dead on a couple of occasions, but that time couldn't get past the goalkeeper. Really good wing play. Another corner. Oh, brilliant header. Well, the defender missed it. And it is Patrick who had that chance that was saved, that scores the second goal of the game. A bullet header. It looked as though the defender would clear that away, but Patrick was alive to the fact when that ball just dropped over him. And another player that keeps alive a remarkable goal-scoring start to the season. 3-3 for him as well now. It was a brilliant delivery, but watch the defender. It looked as though Hien Pyo would get the header on it, but Patrick reacted so quickly when that ball dropped over the defender. It was past Hien Pyo before he even moved. Brilliant header, and Svay Rieng do have their second goal of the game before half-time. And 10-man Shan United, well, that may well change the way Hiroki Ono would do his team talk. So I do have to score, or did have to score anyway, but they want to take something from the game. They've got to score at least twice now. And Svay Rieng have looked so dangerous all the way through the game as the referee brings an interesting first half to a close. Well, it got off to an interesting start when Sousa went down in the box. The referee said no penalty. VAR told him to go and have another look, but he decided to stick with his original decision, to Shan's disappointment. And from there the game turned in Svay Rieng's favour. Min Ratanak scored the only goal of the game after 11 minutes. Ryuji was then sent off, and then right on the stroke of half-time, Patrick got a second. It is the Cambodians in charge at half-time. It's Shan United 0, Svay Rieng 2. Welcome back to the ASEAN Club Championship Shopee Cup 2025-26. Teams just appearing at the Tawana Stadium here in Yangon for the second half. And what a finish to the first half it was for the Cambodians. Can reach Svay Rieng. That second goal coming deep into stoppage time. Bullet header from Patrick, who'd been their probably most outstanding performer in that first 45 minutes. A couple of changes here. Mark's come on. And so has Yin Taung for the home team. And Sinti has been added for Svay Rieng for the second half. We were reduced to 10 men. Don't forget Ryuji sent off in that first half for Shan United. Mark Seki, one of those coming on for Shan, another Ghanaian. Kwame Pepper on the opposite side, of course. The Ghanaian has been in Myanmar all his career. Bo Kyung Jin, the referee from Korea, gets us underway. He was the man in the spotlight just a couple of minutes in with that VAR decision that originally didn't give the penalty, and after looking at the screen decided to uphold his original decision after Souza had gone down in the box. It looked a clumsy challenge, but referee saw no malice, and then a few minutes later Min Ratanag put the ball in. Han Pyo has gone off, or he's one of those players to go off. Confirmation there for the substitutions for Shan United. Yin Aung has been at Shan 3 seasons now. And a change in central midfield for Svay Rieng. Rio, the Japanese, has gone off. And Sinti Cho, who's been at the club all his career, comes on. Another player that only missed a couple of league games last season, 23 appearances in the Cambodian Premier League. Patrick's on the ball again, the man who was a real threat in that first half. There's Yudai. So 2 wins out of 2 in the Cambodian League for Svay Rieng so far, plus that penalty shootout Super Cup victory means that they've started in really good fashion. Haven't conceded a goal in the last 2 games, and at the moment they've got a clean sheet to defend here as well at the start of the second half. Here's Faris Hamouti. Patrick. There's a heavy challenge on Sokyuth Kim. I was a little bit naughty after the ball had gone. Sant Min just having a little bit of a kick out there. Have gone to a flat back 4 now in the second half. Shan United. Mark coming on to give them the extra body in midfield. Rintaro has been fighting that lone furrow really as the lone striker. And Souza looked dangerous early on as well if they can get the ball out wide. Both players have got it, or both teams rather, have got exciting wide players in their ranks. Hamouti. Lovely turn of pace from the central defender to see off Mark Seki. And there's a little nudge just inside the penalty area. And the referee points to the spot. So Well, there was a penalty appeal at the start of the first half, which was turned down by VAR in the end. The referee went to have a look. And the speed of Kwame Pepra just drawing that little nudge. And Shan, I'm sure, is saying to the referee, how can you give that as a penalty when you didn't give the one in the first half? But football doesn't work like that. Sousa coming back and saying, well, you didn't give me a penalty in the first half when I went down. Now, will VAR have a look and urge him to go and take a look and maybe reconsider the decision? So difficult when players run into the box at pace, though. It only takes a touch. Pepra will look to take the responsibility from the spot. Zin Pyo, goalkeeper and captain tonight, just trying to rally his team. Well, they are taking a look at this VAR. That's why there's just a little bit of a hold-up at the moment. Well, he can't get a break tonight, Hiroki Ono. Sometimes you probably feel the whole world's against you in this game. Looks as though the decision has gone the way of Svay Rieng, so the penalty will stand. And Kwame Pepra with a chance to score a fourth goal of the season. It was quite a fan's favourite down in Kochi in India when he played for Kerala, formerly of Orlando Pirates. And here he comes against Zin Pyo, this to make it 3-0 for Svay Rieng. Just changes the angle of the run-up. Good save by the goalkeeper. They'll feel justice was done there, Shan United. Zin Pyo steps up, the captain. Well struck by Pepra, but too close to the goalkeeper. And maybe that is just the kind of boost that Shan need in this game, because nothing has gone right for them so far. Score stays at 2-0. Oh, and the goalkeeper moved off his line. It's going to be retaken. Well, VAR have had a look and intervened and said the goalkeeper stepped off his line before the ball was kicked. Goalkeeper must have 1 foot on the line. And Hiroki Ono, again, from being marginally happier than he was, has gone back into a pit of despair once again. Hien So just saying to the goalkeeper, well, you've done it once, you can do it again. Will Pepra go the same side? Just watch the goalkeeper's feet as Pepra makes contact. Just off his line. Just there. That back foot, though, was very, very close. It was a very marginal decision, because VAR have the option of being able to freeze that at the moment that Pepra hits the ball. Referee doesn't have that, but the same player, Kwame Pepra, will get a second opportunity here. Can the goalkeeper repeat the heroics? Same drill again. Which way does he go this time? Little stutter in the run-up, went the same way. And Pepra gets another goal. Great start to him for his new career in Cambodia. And Svay Rieng going to a 3-0 lead here in this opening game of the Shopee Cup. And into the goals scored by Min Ratanak and Patrick in the first half. Well, he went the same way. He fooled the goalkeeper with that little stutter in the run-up that time. Again, I think the goalkeeper stepped forward, so it's probably a good job he didn't save it anyway. But 3-0, Svay Rieng, when they're opening 2 league games 3-0, and they lead 3-0 here. The 10 men of Shan United are going to have to really dig deep now to avoid some damage limitation. Here's a chance, though, and it's way over the top. Well, it's one of their better opportunities. That's Souza with the shot. Didn't really set himself though. Hamuti. Back to Dara, who kept 14 clean sheets in the Cambodian League last season. Most by any goalkeeper. But of course, at times, goalkeepers are only as good as the defenders in front of them, and the defenders for Svay Rieng tonight have been particularly good. Faris Hamuti looks very confident on the ball as well. He's won headers in the air, he's won balls on the ground, he's brought the ball out of defence. Looks a very good acquisition to the new season for Matthew McConkey's side. Sees a lot of the ball as well, Hamuti. Patrick. 10 attempts, 6 on target for Svay Rieng. Just that one attempt a moment or so ago from Souza, which was way off target. Went the whole of the first half without having a shot on goal. Shan United. I'm going to see another change here by PKR. Zidane is coming off. And Christian is coming on. So a Brazilian for a Brazilian. Man who played for one of the big clubs in Brazil early on in his career in Fluminense. Joined Naga World before joining Svay Rieng for last season. And the last thing that Shan United would have wanted coming on at this stage of the game is a man who scored 16 goals in the Cambodian League last season. Trail here by 3-0. Here he is on the ball for the first time, Christian. Won back by Mark Secchi. Good play there by Yin Taung, who rode a couple of challenges there as he brought that ball out. Bent that inside the fullback mark. Oh, pulled the shot. Well, finally, Shan have had a couple of shots on goal in the second half. Not troubled Dara as yet, but at least they're getting themselves into better positions. So it just begs the question, what would have happened if they had been awarded that penalty and scored in the opening couple of minutes? Interesting to hear what the coach has to say after the game as well, Hiroki Ono. It's a man who's had an interesting career, the coach. He began his career in the UK with Notts County as a youth coach. He's coached a lot in Thailand over his career as well. Was Pata United's academy manager for a long time. There's Sokyuth Kim. Into that little gap once again, looking for the run of Christian. Once again, the Shan fans screaming for a foul. Christian, no foul given though. Hamuti. Yudai. Kreyer forced to backtrack. It wasn't the greatest ball to him. Sokyuth Kim. Patrick. Christian already playing higher up than Kwame Pepra since coming on a few moments ago. Min Ratanak. It's quite a potent front line they've got now. There's certainly goals in there. For Svay Rieng, looks like they've gone back to 5 at the back, just dropping Yuki in on this near side now. Pepra trying to find the oncoming Yudai. Might still get a second chance here, Yudai. Good block by Mark Secchi. And then Pepra's shot takes a deflection behind for the corner. And in fact, the offside flag had gone up. Referee did give the corner, but flag was up over on the far side for offside against Kwame Pepra, I think. PKR's next game is on the next match day, the 25th of September. They go away to Nam Dinh in Vietnam. And a couple of big league games coming up as well as they look to continue the good start to the defence of their title. They've got a game on the 24th against Bung Ket. I'm sure they'll be watching this and thinking, wow, this side are pretty good. Christian. Patrick. Yudai. It's a little nudge, I thought, there by Mark Secchi, but the free kick's gone the other way. Might have been a handball in there as player was on the floor. Maybe Yudai just was illegally shielding the ball, I think, from Mark Secchi. Shan have got a free kick. They were trying to break quickly then, but Cambodians just stopping them in their tracks. Need to find a little bit of inspiration from somewhere. Kant with a free kick. A chance for Rintaro, just ran away from him slightly. It was Rintaro that was just claiming he'd been fouled there inside the area. Rintaro and Souza together. You know, just took a tumble backwards. I don't think there was much of a touch or much of a nudge to send into ground. Odawara. Looks like Shan have gone to. That was Souza. Another foul by Kreia this time. And a yellow card for the defender, Kriya Sarath. Oof, that's a high one. Again, you can hear the crowd trying to distinguish between that and the one that got Ryuji sent off. There was more of an arm movement towards the back of the neck, though, from Ryuji, which resulted in that red card. That was just more of a, I think, what they call a clothesline in wrestling. Anyway, Kriya's into the book. Joins Hamuti, who was booked in the first half. Mark skips away from the challenge, trying to get it onto his stronger right side. He might have been better if he got a left foot there, Mark Secchi, because he just opened up for him on the left. But jinked back trying to get it on the right, and in the end the chance went begging. But he's added a slightly different dimension in the second half to Shan United's forward play. Hamuti. You can see the idea there. It was just lacking a little bit of pace on it from Kant to try and squeeze that one through. Patrick. Good running off the ball again from Kwame Pepper, trying to take Maurizio with him. Oh, it's in behind everybody. Yintaongo was the man who reacted quickest, but once again, those blue shirts just swarming over that second ball. Mark misses his kick, but then another free kick goes against the home team. Christian's been really busy since coming on. Great movement. Double change coming up. Barang and Downer coming on. Kwame Pepper has run his race, and Kriya is the other player coming off as well, so there probably will be a slight shuffle from Hiroki Ono here. Was in consultation with one of his coaches a few moments ago about how to change this now. They've got a 3-0 lead, might as well get some fresh legs on. Early season, of course, want to see how players perform in these sort of situations. Down as Servan, 9 times he played in the Cambodian League last season. Second season at PKR. Maurizio's header sends that back towards his own goal, gathered by Zin Pyo. Well, it's been all about PKR Svay Rieng. 90% the passing accuracy. Everything in terms of numbers going in their favour. The numbers that matter, though, of course, the number of goals that they've scored. Min Ratanak, Patrick and Kwame Pepper's penalty. Hamuti. Good chase on here for Barang. He's just come on. Late challenge gives Shan United the free kick. There's another nudge, and finally a penalty awarded for Shan United. It was Takashi Odawara with the nudge on Souza, and the man denied in the first half by the VAR decision. He's bundled over again, and this time the referee does point to the spot, but once again I'm sure VAR will just check this. I think Rintaro may well be the man that's going to take the ball for this one. Here he goes again, Souza. Now, where did the initial contact come, though? Was it inside or just outside the box? That is the question. Is it just there? Well, VAR again will have the ability to be able to freeze that, but it is going to be a penalty. So having had one denied by VAR in the first half, a chance for Rintaro to get Shan United's first goal of this season, Shopee Cup. I think we are just going to have to wait a moment longer. Rintaro, who did score a penalty in the qualifier for this last season against Kasuka. Well, there is a wait. We had a lengthy wait in the first half when they were checking the penalty decision. The referee did go and have a look, but opted to stick with his original decision. Really be true to what he saw first time of asking. You don't see that very often with referees these days. Normally, if the VAR draw their attention, they've seen something different. But even for referees, I suppose the game is about opinions. If you show that to 10 referees, how many will give a penalty and how many will give no penalty? They're still talking. Oh, he's going to come and have a look. So, once again, oh, it's outside the box. It's a free kick. So he's not going to come and have a look because obviously VAR can determine that fact for him. Just that initial contact, just there. And he fell into the box. So difficult to see, though, with the naked eye at full speed. That was my first thought, was the contact outside the box, and VAR has proved that. So no penalty again for Shan United, but a free kick in a promising position. Four in the wall, and the man, Barang, will lie down behind it. And it will be the man who was brought down for the free kick, Souza, who just giving himself an extra metre or so outside the box to try and get this one either round the wall or up and down. Can they keep their goal intact? Svay Rieng. Here comes Souza, up and over, straight at the goalkeeper though. Got his angles perfectly right there. Wall protecting that near post. Dara looking after the back post, and well, it was a relatively comfortable save in the end. He was straight at the goalkeeper. More challenges. Not pleasing the home fans. Adewara picked up a yellow card for that challenge on Souza. Well, Hiroki Ono is cutting a very forlorn figure down on that touchline. Nothing can go right for his side tonight. Change coming up for Shan United. Kant Min is coming off. And the Canadian Jordan Hamilton comes on. Came on as a late sub in the first leg of the playoff against Ezra. He's literally 89 minutes gone. Another player that's joining for the new season, played at Forge FC. And who has played in Ireland in the past and also Canada. Was eligible for Canada or Jamaica, opted to play for Canada. A couple of appearances for the national team. He'll go straight up front in a bid to try and see if he can get his side back into this match. Time is running away from them though. 16 minutes plus added time to go. Here is Jordan. There's another card coming out here. Another yellow card for Can't. Kick on the back of the egg, and it looked a painful one as well. You see here from the ball had gone, and there's a real swipe on the leg on Christian. Maybe a little bit of frustration just creeping in there, and Kant goes into the book.
AR1, AR1. Cannot hear AR1.
Yellow cards for both teams starting to mount up a little bit as we enter the latter stages of the game. Here's Dara. Udai under a little bit of pressure, away by Dara. Under too much pressure though, straight out of play. Well, there is the state of play, 3-0. PKR Svay Rieng lead. Min Ratanak got that goal just after the red card. Patrick in first half stoppage time and Pepper's penalty in the second half. Mark Secchi going through again, Sinti with a foot in. Patrick. Hamuti. Just game management really now for PKR. You're feeling this one to just close this one out with a clean sheet, which I'm sure they'll want to do. Barang. Sokyuth Kim. Just run away from Christian slightly. Jordan's come deep to win this one. Mark battling away and using his body strength to good effect there. Hamuti. No nonsense. Back to his goalkeeper. Dara with the first time clearance on by Patrick. Offside against Downer there, who just came back from an offside position. Bit of a problem here for Udayagawa. Yeah, don't be fooled by the name. He's not one of their foreign contingent. Born in Kawasaki in Japan, has played 15 times for the Cambodian national team. We are going to see another change from Matthew McConkey. Thierry Bin. He's coming on to replace the injured Udai. Thierry about to start his second season. Played in Malaysia prior to this with Terengganu and Perak. Downer rather on the chase. Hien So just slipped as he tried to clear that one away and ends up giving away the corner. Sixth corner of the game. For PKR, that is. Good looking delivery. Oh, goalkeeper spilled it. Just away by Maurizio, who was caught by a high challenge. Well, Zinpyoi, the goalkeeper, completely missed his kick. And it's a yellow card. Again, the crowd baying for red. It was Downer who came on in the second half, one of the substitutes who goes into the book. But Zinpyoi tried to push that one away, went back towards his own goal, and well, Downer came flying in, trying to get a foot on that loose ball. Maurizio had just got there before him. It actually looked worse than it was. I don't think it was too much contact on Maurizio. He is still down, though, the Brazilian. He certainly had a busy night, the Korean referee. Hiroki Ono knows his side need to regroup. Still a few questions from one or two in the coaching staff to the fourth official. There's the challenge again. Now the foot was high. Maurizio got there first. It was just a flap really by the goalkeeper that put his defence under pressure. If Zinpyoi claims that, and Maurizio doesn't have to get involved, but he had to get over the top of the man who's just come on, Thierry, to make the interception. This will add a little bit of time on at the end. We're into the last 8 minutes of the match. Just with that right ankle, I think, that's causing the problem for Maurizio. The referee did give the yellow card to Downer and has another word with him, but he just raises a hand in apology there to Maurizio, which is a nice touch from Dona Sovan. Still a relatively young player, really, at just 21. There's the possession, 70%. Double figures now for the attempts on goal, 50% of them on target for PKR. Souza can't quite bring that down, and Odara able to make the clearance. Souza again trying to turn away, but Seok-Yuth Kim acting as a fullback, and then Souza catches him with a high boot. Free kick to PKR, and another stoppage here. That's a free kick. No more than that. Players these days will know that if they stay down unnecessarily, then the referee will add the time on anyway. That's why Seok-Yuth Kim's got back to his feet. Odawara with the free kick. Nicely taken by Rieng. Patrick. And just loops up off Patrick. Hamuti. Nicely done. Nice first turn pass from Rieng. Just a bit of space there for Thierry. Sokyuth Kim. Odawara. That's his nice football from PKR. Svay Rieng in the latter stages of the game now, just playing keep ball and just frustrate Shan United a little bit more than they've been frustrated already tonight. Opening game of their Shopee Cup campaign in Group B. Looks as though the points are heading back to Cambodia tonight. And Maurizio, he has been a standout at the back. It's Rieng this time with a heavy challenge on Maurizio, who's really been in the wars in the last few minutes or so. Even told to get back to his feet by Patrick.
Go!
431 passes tonight, almost 3 times the amount that Shan United have had for PKR. Downer. Well, just running out of play over on that far side. Here they come again. Oh, good save by the goalkeeper to deny Downer. Goalkeeper got down and used his legs well there. Otherwise, we were looking at a 4th goal. Another lovely move again from PKR Svay Rieng. Nice little pullback. Downer probably should have had more pace on that. Just tried to guide the ball in past the goalkeeper, Zinpio. Got his body right behind it. And it was Maurizio that was there just to hammer the ball away from danger. Another injury and another hold-up. The players will just come across and take on a bit of water here. They might think about making a change this late in the game as well, the Cambodians. No need to risk any players. Well, it's Rieng who's down injured. The referee just telling him, if you're not fit to carry on, then leave the field. He's an experienced player, he's still down injured. I think they might just have to bring the stretcher, and one of the physios has got the yellow card for coming onto the field, possibly without permission there from the referee. That's an unnecessary yellow, really. at this stage of the game. There's the penalty that made it 3-0. Kwame Pepra, having seen his original penalty saved, but the goalkeeper moved off his line. Just that little stutter in the run-up that time, outfoxing Zinpyo, sending him the wrong way this time. Pepra went to the same side. The goalkeeper had already committed himself to go the other way. And Kwame Pepra, Min Ratanak and Patrick, who've all made brilliant goal-scoring starts to the season for Svay Rieng, continuing those runs here tonight in the Shopee Cup in the opening game. Rintaro. Jordan couldn't quite get a foot on it. There was just enough on it from Hamuti. Into 8 minutes added time at the end of the match. Did have a couple of VAR decisions, of course. The penalty for the goalkeeper. And I think this is... Dara's been penalised here under the new rule that if the goalkeeper doesn't release the ball within 8 seconds, it's a corner to the attacking team. Well, I've already seen it used a couple of times this season, but the referee obviously had the count. We've had the 6-second rule for quite some time, but it never really seemed to be enforced. But goalkeepers are now actively enforcing the 8-second rule. Dara didn't release the ball, so puts his side under pressure. At 3-0, it's probably not such a big problem, but if the scores were closer, goalkeepers need to learn now that they have to let the ball go quickly. Yuki will swing over the corner. Is there a consolation in this for Shan United? Dara comes out, gets a good punch ahead of Mark Secchi. Floated back in again, flicks off Jordan. And this time the goalkeeper does release it quickly. Tries to get his team moving forward. This is Patrick. Lovely ball with the outside of the foot into the run of Downer. Just trying to check back inside again. One back by Mark Secchi, who did a bit of good backtracking there. Moving forward for the corner. Is that a foul from Sinti? Yes, it is a foul from Sinti. Sousa's taken a couple of knocks tonight as well. Begin the defence of their league title next Tuesday. Shan United against Dagon Port. But having won both their playoff games, it looks as though they're heading into that game on the back of a defeat here against PKR Svay Rieng. Good ball to Sokyuth Kim. Min Ratanak. It's been a bit quiet in the second half. Min Ratanak was heavily involved in the first half, got the early goal. Sinti. Now Patrick. Good shot from distance from Christian, who was a long way out when he hit that ball. Didn't quite get the dip on it to test the goalkeeper though, but confident looking player. Scored twice in this competition last season, Christian. Floated in again. Oh, played back across. It was a good opportunity. Yuki just tried to flick that one into the middle. Rintaro was waiting. Good defending again by Hamuti. He has been really good at the back tonight. Now Jordan, straight at the goalkeeper once again. Well, either side, and that causes Dara a problem. But Jordan's gone straight at him. Here's the first one from Yuki. Just played that back across the box, tried that first time ball. Hamuti just threw his body in the way. Clumsily given away that allowed that second chance. Thierry. Min Ratanak. Well played by Mark Secchi, back on defensive duty. Halfway through the added time. Crowd trying to get behind their team to see if they can get a consolation here. Rintaro, Jordan's in the middle. Great challenge, Odawara, to win that one back. And won it cleanly as well. Offside flag has gone up now. That's a brilliant piece of defending, even though from Odawara. Went sliding in, wrapped his foot around the ball and took it cleanly. Really good defending. Just there, got that left leg across. Would have come to nothing anyway because the flag had gone up on this near side. One last chance maybe. Kant out to Yuki. And Souza. Amuti looked to have had a hold of his shirt, and the free kick does go Shan United's way. Well, he's been a handful at times tonight, Souza. Won the penalty. Won what they thought was a second penalty, but the initial contact came outside the box from Odawara. Chance for the one last delivery. It is Kant, who was yellow carded earlier on, that will get the chance to play this one in. And Maurizio's come forward for this as well, just to add a bit of extra height with Rintaro and Souza in there. That's rolled in short. Oh, it's completely miskicked. You could see what they were doing there. Yin Taung completely misses his kick. All he really had to do was put his foot through the ball, and he's tried to side foot it and just completely got it wrong. Did get to double figures in the league last season, 4 in 4 in the AFC Challenge League as well. That was his chance to get his Shopee Cup campaign off and running, but not to be. Sinti. That's Christian, just hauled back, and there'll be another late yellow card here for Yin Taung, who is probably still disappointed about missing that shot a moment or so ago. Goes into the book. Well, the 8 minutes is played. It's just a question now what the Korean referee will add on in addition. And the answer is not very much. There goes the full-time whistle. Confirmation of Yin Taung's yellow card right at the end there. Well, the referee was the man in the spotlight earlier. Penalty not awarded on Souza. VAR told him to take a look. He did, but stuck with his original decision. They then had Fuji sent off. Min Ratanak, Patrick and Kwame Pepra with the second half penalty getting the goals to make it a relatively comfortable victory in the end for the Cambodians, who take their first 3 points in this Asian Club Championship Shopee Cup 25-26. Shan United 0, Prey Khan Rich Svay Rieng 3, the full-time score from here in Yangon.
Thank you.
Well, it's a third 3-0 win in a row for Svay Rieng, who've won their opening 2 league games by that same score. The only team to score against them so far in all competitions this season was Phnom Penh after that 2-2 draw in the cup final, the Super Cup final. Matthew McConkie there in the white shirt will be delighted. What a start he's made to his term as the head coach, having taken just 3 seconds apparently to make his mind up when he was offered the job. And there are the stats, all very much in favour of the Cambodians. 70% possession, 12 attempts on goal, 50% of them on target. Just under 500 passes with an 89% accuracy. It really did tell the story of their dominance, certainly in terms of possession across the 90 minutes. Well, there is the Shoppy star of the match, Patrick, who had a wonderful game. We preempted perhaps in the first half. He was well be in line for an award tonight and capped off a wonderful display with a goal and the Shoppy star of the match trophy as well.
ဒီနေ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ပထမစချင်းမိနစ်ဒီမှာတိတ်ပြီးတော့ကစားဝင်တိတ်မကောင်းတဲ့အချိန်မှာကျွန်တော်တို့ဂိုးပေးလိုက်ရတယ်နော်ပြီးကြမှာကျွန်တော်တို့ဂိုးပေးလိုက်တဲ့အချိန်ကျမှကျွန်တော်ကစားဝင်နေပြန်ကောင်းလာလို့ဖြစ်လာတော့ဟုတ်ကဲ့ကျွန်တော်အမှန်ဒီပွဲကကျွန်တော်တို့ရဲ့ဒီ Shoppy ပထမဆုံးပွဲဆိုတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ပထမဆုံးဆန်းသက်တဲ့ပွဲပေါ့နော်ဒီပွဲကျွန်တော်တို့အများကြီးတိုးတက်ဖို့လိုသေးတယ်ပြီးကြတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီပွဲမှာကံမကောင်းခဲ့ရလဲပါမယ်လို့ကျွန်တော်ထင်ပါတယ်ခင်ဗျဟုတ်ကဲ့တခါအဲ့လိုရောဟိုဖြစ်ပါတခါလေးတော့ဒီလိုပါပဲကျွန်တော်တို့ဒိုင်ကြီးဆိုတာတော့သူဆုံးဖြတ်ချက်ကတစ်ဖက်အသင်းအတွက်နင်းနိုင်လဲနင်းနိုင်သွားမယ်ပေါ့တစ်ဖက်အသင်းအတွက်အသာရရင်လည်းရသွားမယ်ပေါ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ကဒါကိုလက်ခံပါဘာလို့လဲဆိုတော့သူ့ဒိုင်ကြီးဖြစ်ထားတာတော့ဟုတ်ကျေးဇူးပါခင်ဗျYeah, English, okay.
What do you think about today's match, brother?
I think my team did a good game and happy for the 3 points. First game, yes.
Are you satisfied for this result?
Again?
Are you satisfied qualifying for this result.
Yes,
May I know your opinion for Myanmar team?
I think it's Myanmar is good. It's good. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Min Ratanac getting the opener after the early red card. Bullet header from Patrick. Added the second from the corner. And a penalty in the second half from one of the new additions this season to Svay Rieng, Kwame Pepra. Twice taken, scored with the second to wrap up a 3-0 win. Well, that was the red card for Virigi in the first half.